So I've received comments from people saying I should look at doing more commentary videos on the Outdoor Boys. Luke from the Outdoor, I never get that name right. Outdoor Boys. It's just a tongue twister. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm doing these videos at 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, this one's going to be 4 days alone in Alaska, bushcraft camping and foraging food. Sounds interesting and right up my alley, so let's jump straight in and check out this video and see what he's up to.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and I'm deep in the heart of the Alaskan wilderness. And for the next 4 days, I'm building my shelters, camping, catching my dinner.
Man, it looks like a great place to live.
And having a great time.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this one. Definitely helps to take modern fishing gear, like the rods and reels. I mean, why not? If you're going to be carrying in gear anyway, why not carry in fishing rods? And people say, oh, you should take primitive lines and things. Well, you get a backpack full of gear. So what's the difference whether you have a backpack full of gear that includes a fishing rod or doesn't include a fishing rod? It just makes sense to have one.
Well, I'm going to leave the kayak here and go look for a campsite.
Yeah, hopefully the tide doesn't come in, because they have massive tides in Alaska. Because that'd suck. Leave your kayak there and you come back and the tides come in and it's gone.
That's the top half of a beaver jaw.
That's cool.
Look what I just found. Those are bear paw prints right there. Not sure what kind of bear it is, but this is where I want to build my campsite. Well, I walked about 2 miles.
Found some bear prints here, and this is where I want to build my campsite.
Or creek, didn't find anything.
Just wonder if he did have some sort of bear protection that we didn't see, or maybe he shows later on. No shortage of wood to build your shelter with. Oh my goodness. Huge ridgepole. Obviously he couldn't find anything smaller. Great resources. Like all that driftwood and all those rocks that you knock together a big rock shelter.
Got some cured salami. And I got some smoked salmon and pilot bread. I caught some silver salmon a couple weeks ago and I smoked them up. And then I mixed the smoked salmon in with brie, honey, walnuts, and garlic.
I'm getting hungry.
For dessert, I have chocolate-covered macadamia nuts. Oh, ho, ho.
He always eats well.
Hopefully we won't have any bears joining us tonight.
I wondered if he'd have bear spray with him. There it is.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, what a ripper of a morning. Imagine going camping in that location. Like, that would be
I
just
need to rig up the rod.
Awesome. I mean, he lives there with his family, so he can go here whenever he wants.
Well, the surf fishing wasn't really paying off, and we've got a few hours before high tide. So I'm hiking back to the kayak to see if we can go do some kayak fishing. So this right here is a tidal river. It changes direction based on whether the tide's coming in or out. We got some pretty serious breakers here. But if I flip over in this, I'm gonna go hypothermic immediately. I mean, there's literally ice washing up on the beach. Yeah, I may not be going back that way.
Iceberg.
Oh, hello. Liz, it's a little baby salmon.
Tiny. That looks a bit better.
Oh, yeah. Well, there we go. We caught dinner and survived to tell the tale.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be cooking up food right where I'm sleeping. Isn't that rule number one? Don't store or cook food where you're sleeping. Definitely don't do it in the clothes you're going to be sleeping in. Just because you're out in the bush doesn't mean you got to eat rough, as I most often do. Be interesting to see if this sticks to the rock.
Paprika.
I mean, he's got oil on there, but I've never had a lot of luck of finding a non-stick rock out in the bush. They always, no matter how much oil you put on them, it soaks into them, and it still just sticks. Unless you're doing bacon. Bacon's pretty good because it's so fatty.
Some salsa. Really good.
Right, so was that day 2? Or was this day 3? So day 1 when he arrived. Then he got the next morning, went fishing day 2. So this should be day 3. You should put that on the bottom of the screen, like little day 3, day 2. just for people like me that can't count to 3 or 4.
I missed the tide. It's heading the wrong way. I might be able to get up against the current. We'll see.
It's going to be that foggy that you can't see the glaciers and stuff anyway. After all that work, you go in that water, you're stuffed. I mean, really are, because even if you get out of the water, back into your boat and get to shore,
that goes on forever.
I don't think you're going to get a fire lit. You're definitely going to go hypothermic pretty quick.
The fog lifted and I can see the face of the glacier. The tide switches in about an hour and a half, and it's taken me 3 hours to get here, so I better get heading back.
He eats a lot in his videos. Like,
I know I'm hungry when I'm double fisting it.
I think he eats more than anyone else I've ever seen in videos. Like, I mean, we naturally eat. You have breakfast, you have lunch, you have afternoon snack or dinner.
Oh, that kayaking wore me out.
But a lot of people don't actually show it. His videos seem to be just eating. There's nothing wrong with that, but it just makes me damn hungry.
Well, it's almost dinner time and I got some bread dough left over, so I think I'm gonna make a bushcraft bread oven.
This is what I mean, like eating again. Like it was only less than a minute ago that he was eating.
Oh, I'm getting so
now he's eating. Eating
It's
again.
been a fun, relaxing evening, but I've got to get to bed. I've got to get up early in the morning. I'll see you guys then. Oh, there's my boat. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this adventure.
All right, awesome video. Great location, man. I'd love to live in a place like that. He always seems to eat in his videos. There's nothing wrong with that. It just makes me hungry. But yeah, another great video from Outdoor Boys, from Luke. I really like his editing style. Like, it doesn't linger too long on any shot. You see some bushcraft videos and some adventure videos and pretty much set and forget with the camera in one spot, and it gets boring. It's alright if you're doing a time lapse and it's just like fast forwarded through the day or whatever it is, whatever you're working on. But yeah, I like to see different angles and keep it interesting and keep you motivated to keep watching, and Luke does an awesome job of that in his videos, just to keep your attention on the video. Yeah, everything in his videos is a story. Going to the glacier, it's setup, conflict, resolution. So the setup is, I'm going to this glacier. Conflict, you know, I've got to go against the tide to get there. It's a struggle. Then I've got this iceberg field that I've got to try to negotiate through. Am I going to be able to see the glacier with all this fog around? Resolution, there's the glacier, and you know, then the journey back. So yeah, the whole way through it, he's got those little things of storytelling, setup, conflict, resolution, little mini adventures through the whole video, and it just makes it good. Yeah, another great video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy.